Why do big dreams always seem to take so long to come true? Let's talk about that one today. Hi guys, my name is Katie May and I am your guide to building a brand based in authenticity. I wanted to talk a little bit today about just big dreams, how it feels, and what it looks like for them to come true. My big dream right now is to obviously run a business that allows me to mentor other clients that have been in positions that I've been in the past, so that I'm able to help guide them through it a little bit easier than what I was able to do. And to do that, I have to market myself, and to market myself efficiently, I feel like I also have to share my knowledge with the people of the world. And so Instagram and YouTube, I've been learning a lot about them. And by the time when I first started really pivoting to have this mindset of like, oh my gosh, like this is what I want to do with my life, I felt like I was purely delusional for like 6 months. Like, I really thought I was gonna post a couple things on Instagram, I was gonna make a website, I was gonna write a book, and that's all I needed to do to attract like all these clients, and I was gonna become a millionaire by like this time last year, right? Well, that didn't happen. And what I'm realizing a lot of the time is like, it's like if you're manifesting this beautiful house, right? You want to live in this house with like a waterfall in the backyard and like little paths to walk on and a really big open front yard for your children to play in, and like 4 bedrooms and 3 baths and like 4 stories tall. Like, think about just this ginormous building with lots of land, right? If that is the kind of house that you are manifesting, there's 2 things that you either need to do. One, you need to figure out a way to buy that land and build that house, or you have to wait for that house to come available. Because 9 out of 10 times, somebody else is already going to be occupied in that house, but because you made your desire so much stronger than maybe their desire to live in the house. Oh, sorry, there's like a little thingy on the screen. I think I coughed. I don't know. Anyways, if your desire to live in that house is greater than their desire to stay in it, within due time, they're gonna find another place to move into for one reason or another. Maybe the house is just too big for them. Their children have been grown and they moved out, so they don't need that much space anymore, you know? But then they have to go through the process of figuring out what they want, touring other houses, selling that house, putting the money down, and allowing the right time for you to come in so that you can actually find that house in that time frame, right? So there's a lot of little pieces that are going to be working together to allow your big dream to come in and actually like manifest physically in this life, right? I haven't done this one personally yet. I don't have a house. So if this has happened to you, definitely let me know. But I've been following a lot of like manifesting gurus and a lot of just like people that have really worked on their mindset, right? So I'm thinking like Tony Robbins, I'm thinking Carrie Green, I'm thinking, just forgot her name, but she's really, really good too. So if you know who I'm talking about, let me know. But there's they're manifesting powerhouses. Like, there's literally no other term that I can think of that would describe them so perfectly. And because of their ability to manifest, and manifestation, I feel like, is so much of a washed down word in this day and age, like, because everybody uses it. Like, I'm a manifesting generator. Like, no babe, you just had McDonald's. Like, chill. I'm saying that because I just had McDonald's. But people seem to think that they can just like wish up anything and be like, I want $1 million by tomorrow, and then like it doesn't happen, and they're like, but I'm a manifesting generator, isn't this how it's supposed to work? It's like, no, there has to actually be like action taken with it. Like, when you want something that large from the universe as well, you also have to be giving up something in return. So it's going to be your time, it's going to be your finances, it's going to be your attention, right? It's going to be something you have to give back to the universe to accomplish the things that you need. So an example from my actual life, there was a time where I was traveling from Nevada to the Midwest, and I had this dream that I was gonna stop in Great Basin. I was gonna set up camp. I was gonna do all these things. I also knew that I wasn't going to have enough money to be able to make it all the way across. I also wanted to fill out the loneliest road in Nevada little booklet. I wanted to get that filled out too and sent in so I could get my little pin, and I did, which is really fun. But I also had help with that, which was really nice of them. But I told the universe what I wanted, when I wanted it by, and what I was willing to give up was a lot of personal items to me. So I feel like the more emotionally attached I was to certain items, the more money I was able to get from them, right? So I sold my printer, and I really like my printer. It's a really cool printer. The ink was the best part because it came in this little tub, and I would just like hook it up to the top of it, and it would be like blah, 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 blah. And then once it was all the way full, it would have like an automatic stop. So there was like no leakage, no spills. I didn't have to worry about like taking out cartridges and like getting my fingers all messy. So I really, really loved the printer. It did a lot of great things for me. And I also had really thick like cardstock paper with it as well. Really loved that too. But I told the universe like that was one of the things that I was willing to give up for. So I tried to sell it for I think like $100, and I got like 80 something dollars off of it, right? Not the full price, but like still a decent amount. And then I had 2 phones because I bought one, and then I just bought the upgraded version because it's only the iPhone SE, so I think it was like $600 once like I think it's the second or the third one came out. I forget which one. They're my favorite phones because of the home button. Love the home button. Anyways, I sold my other phone for like a little bit over $100, which I feel like was more than it should have cost. But also, I was really emotionally attached to that second phone because that's what I was doing all of my business stuff off of. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It was a really cool process, but I ended up having just enough money sometimes to like get my sleeping bag and get my tent. And I was also going through a lot of like emotional hardships at the time. And when I went to go get my sleeping bag, I met this amazing, amazing woman, and she wasn't selling the sleeping bag. It's funny because I didn't have service on my phone at the time because I was broke. And so I didn't have service on my phone, but I could use like the Wi-Fi from the car. But then I texted the person like, hey, I'm here, like, where are you at? I knocked on the door that they said they're at, and nobody answered. And then there was a lady next door, and she had her door open except for her little like bug trap in the way. And I went over to her and I was like, hey babe, like, do you have like Wi-Fi or a hotspot that I could borrow real quick? I'm trying to pick up the sleeping bag. And she's like, oh yeah babe, absolutely. So we sat down, we got to talking. She shared her food with me, which if you know anything about me, I love food. If you share your food with me, we can get married and I'll be okay with it. But like, it was also just the wisdom that she shared with me. I let her know of a couple of the struggles that I was guided to talk to her about. And she let me know, just like from her perspective, what she has learned from her life in regards to the struggles I was going through. And some of the things she said was a little wild, not gonna lie. But a lot of the things that she said touched a really special place in my heart. So not only did I get the sleeping bag, or not only did I get the money for the sleeping bag, bought the sleeping bag and the tent and a few other items that I would need to camp and like cook and also eat. I got a lot of food on that trip too. I got all of those things, but then I also got the wisdom that I was seeking, right? I also got like the answers to some of the things that I was praying about and being like, hey man, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really just want some like actual physical guidance and not just like staying in my own head the whole time. Because like the whole thing of like, I'll ask a question and then the answer will come to me, like that's cool and all, but to be for real, I like people better. To be honest, like intuition is cool and all, like it's helpful, but if we're being for real, I like people so much more. I love connecting with people and having my prayers answered through other people. And the more that I let the universe know that, the more that they were willing to just send random, like, angels into my life, which I absolutely adore. The McDonald's, always a Dr. Pepper. Never good for me, but that's okay. Maybe it's not. I have another can of Dr. Pepper that's drank in the cup holder too. I love eating healthy, okay? I love feeling good in my body. And then sometimes I just really want a Dr. Pepper. It's a fun balance, okay? It's a fun balance. Oh man. Anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought. This is why I need to start scripting these a little bit better, I feel like. Like, I come in with, like, a topic and just try to rattle off things off the top of my head. And I feel like I need bullet points to actually work off of a little bit better. So, work. I'll figure it out. It's alright. It doesn't have to be this week. It doesn't have to be next month. But, like, I'll figure it out in due time. But going back to being a manifesting generator, just asking the universe for what you want and then being open to receive it in multiple ways is a really, really beautiful thing. But the bigger the dream is, the more space the universe has to make for that dream to show up in the physical reality. So, like, you gotta give it time. Like, you're like, I'm gonna be a millionaire by next week. Like, maybe. But a lot of the times, like, you have to learn things to become a millionaire first, right? You have to learn how to manage your finances a lot better first. Like, nobody just becomes a millionaire by accident unless they're just like a trust fund baby or something. But even then, I'm not gonna go down that road, never mind. Okay, so even then it's not an accident. And it's like, well, the situations that occurred for that money to fall upon you may have been a result of an accident. So we'll just... I think I went too far. Okay, well, if you guys are looking for a branding coach, definitely feel free to click the link in my bio. I'll post it down below. And if you want to comment down below, tell me just what you've been manifesting. Tell me some of the dreams that you've been working towards in your life too. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.